morning supplement stuff. We got caffeine, 200 milligrams. Alpha GPC, I take 2 of these, so 1.2 grams. And L-theanine, one of these, 225 grams. So with all this and my morning coffee, I'm not finished. Caffeine, very good for focus, very good for appetite suppression. I take the L-theanine, so it prevents that crash later on. Typically, if I take a lot of caffeine, no L-theanine, I crash really hard around 2 or 3. This prevents that. It's also feels a lot smoother, so you're not super jittery, but like I'm pretty jittery right now. Alpha GCP just helps with focus. I feel like I'm a lot more dialed in. It is 10:30 right now. Banged out almost all my check-ins. I got one more. I got so fucking hungry, so I'm gonna be bringing food downstairs. 4 eggs, scrambled. I had a sausage roll that my parents got from the bakery. That shit is gas, so I had that. I'm gonna have that. It's in the air fryer, and then there's like this spanakopita thing that my mom made. I'm gonna throw that in there because I am starving like a motherfucker. I didn't even eat all my food last night, so I want to work out later today. I feel like I'm gonna kill someone. Did not feel good, so cracking my eggs. Oh, oh shit! Didn't even break any of the yolks, bro. I'm actually a pro. 4 eggs, salt, pepper. Pepper actually goes in at the end of your scrambled eggs, so that way it doesn't go to the top. Don't want this butter to burn. Here is my breakfast. We got a sausage roll, some eggs, 20 grams of ketchup, this spinach spanakopita thing. It's just leftovers, yo. I'm gonna make room for this in my calories. Gonna crush a workout in so I can put all this stuff to good use. This thing is fucking golden. Tastes so good. But yeah, finish out my last check-in and then head to the gym and we should be in a good spot. I just crushed 1,000 calories worth of food. It's like 30 grams of protein. That is so bad. So it's gonna be an imperfect day of eating. Watch me bounce back from this. Next meal probably gonna be a protein shake. 2 scoops of protein, 240 calories. 50 grams of protein, so that'll put our total protein up to about 70-ish grams, 80-ish grams at 1,200 calories. Then we have another like 1,000 calories ish to play with for lunch and dinner. So kind of fucked myself there. With that being said, shit like this happens. I guess I'm gonna go to bed a little bit extra hungry today. Make sure I get my movements in, and it should be in a good spot. Sometimes you feed the wrong dog, and you have to deal with the consequences. I thought this caffeine would ease up my hunger, but man, it was like 10:30, and my stomach just started growling. It was like I can like get pains and stuff, and it can't work when that happens. If I'm like super hungry, I start getting mad at people. It's not fun. Okay, squad. It is like 2 o'clock, way later than I thought. With that being said, that's usually what happens is that work just tends to pile up. And posted a crazy campaign on Instagram that's blown up, so gotta make sure I respond to everyone that reaches out for that for coaching. Wrapped up all my check-ins, some solid wins of the week. Now, ate my meal. Just had a protein shake, 2 scoops of protein. Gonna go crush a super quick arm, forearm, and ab workout. This is kind of like a weak point day. So I've added it. This is like my optional, not optional, but my 5th day. Last week I didn't do it. I ended up working out with someone, so we just kind of just followed their workout. This time, gonna be able to do my thing. I like structure. I like to do the same shit over and over again. Because that's number 1, it's effective. Number 2, I can progress. That's gonna be fun, right? So we're gonna head to the gym. I will see you guys there. Wagwan, y'all. Just finished up the workout. Pretty quick. I think it took about an hour or so. That is not me. Which is solid. I would ideally love my workouts to be like an hour or so, maybe a tiny bit longer, depending on the day. Because this allows me to like actually focus on growing my business, coaching people, giving people the best service ever. Granted, like if I could spend 2 hours in the gym every day, I would love to. But then, like, dude, I feel like I would hate it at some point, you know, where it's just like you have to dedicate that much time to your workouts all the time. I know it's supposed to be my job, whatever, yada yada yada. But like, man, I'm like you guys, bro. I like to do other shit too, you know, and I have to do other shit too for me to grow, not only as a person but as an individual, become a family, yada yada yada. So solid workout. We started off with forearm work as usual. That fucking preacher bench, doing the curls off that and the extension off that have been my go-to. I'm excited to progress that. I've slowly been adding reps. I think I added weight this week to my extensions, added reps to my curls after my forearm work. I'm still trying to dial in how exactly to do that without cheating too much. I don't know if like I'm leaning towards it. I'm gonna have to watch the video back. I didn't get to watch it back. But I am gonna put that up. I'm actually gonna post that in our TJ chat. Maybe see if anyone else has any feedback on that. Just because, like, you know, sometimes you get a different set of eyes on it. Someone says something, can pick up on that. So that's what we did first. We started off with the forearms, and then we went into axe lateral raises. So I went to the machine. I did not get a chance to film this one. Completely blanked out. But yeah, we did those. Those are one of my favorite movements to grow the shoulders. I did 2 sets. And then as I was doing my first set, a guy came up to me, asked me how many sets I had. And I kind of blanked out and he kind of caught me off guard. So I just said 1 set. And then after I said that, I was like, fuck, I only did 1 set. So I couldn't do 3. So I did the 1 set there, let the guy have the machine. And then I went to a bench and I just did some seated dumbbell lateral raises for my last set. But like, fuck it. I'm not going to make the guy wait any longer. So I did that. That also goes to show you that I also have like a little bit of gym anxiety. I'm a little bit weird, awkward in the gym too. So it's not just you that happens to. After we did that, I did some overhead cable tricep extensions. One of my favorite movements because you can't really cheat. And like it really focuses, it really allows you to get that forward range of motion and you know when you're getting it when that forearm is touching the bicep, right? It's very easy to kind of half rep that one. So I did that one. And then I'm also in a position where if I need to cheat, I could use a little bit more momentum on my body, kind of use my legs and get that up there. But like by the 3rd set, I was absolutely gassed. So I did 3 sets of that. And then my last movement for the day is my old trusty easy bar curls. I want to be able to progress up to 100 pounds, 4 reps on that one. Right now I'm at like 80 pounds. I think my top set was 8 reps, which is not bad. I have this at in the 4 to 8 rep range. So in case you guys don't know, for most of my programming, I would say for 90% of it, everything is under 10 reps, mostly under 8. And I think there's a couple exercises that go up to 12, right? And the reason for that is you can grow muscle at any rep range, which is true. And just because you're doing low reps doesn't mean it's just strength and you're not going to build muscle. It takes about like the last 5 reps of any set are the most effective when it comes to building muscle, provided they're close to failure, right? So if you're doing a set of 5 and you're failing on rep number 5, all 5 of those reps are stimulating enough for growth. If you're doing a set of 10, first 5 reps don't really do much. The last 5 reps, provided it's a set of 10 to failure, means those last 5 reps are going to cause more growth. So if I'm doing a set of 8 to failure, first 3 reps not so much, the last 5 they're definitely going to cause you to grow, right? And when you're using lower reps, that allows you to not be as fatigued as if you're to do like a set of like 20 or 30 or 50. You're gonna be super, super gassed out after that, right? So I'm playing around with this, putting most of my movements in that 4, 8, maybe 10 rep range for most of my stuff, trying to see how that plays around with, even with isolation movements like bicep curls, tricep extensions. So that's why barbell curls right now, or the easy bar curls, are in the 4 to 8 rep range. Feels really good, feels strong, very easy to progress. I don't have to increase like the reps like 12, 15. Also, my workouts are a lot shorter, or not a lot shorter, but they're a decent amount shorter, which makes a difference. But yeah, that was a workout. Super, super quick. Got a juicy pump. Cut feels like it's coming in nice. Like I was doing a lat spread in the mirror at the gym today, and like you can see my lats to the front, which you couldn't really see before. I kind of look like a blob. And the waist is kind of straight instead of like just looking like a circle. And that's partially my fault. The reason I gained 30 pounds in the first place was because number one, kind of wanted to try like what extra bulking would do. Like I know there's all this stuff where it's like you don't need to bulk super high to see the results, but I was like, number one, I want to increase my bench. Number two, for my height, for powerlifting specifically, I was either supposed to compete at 162 pounds or at 183 pounds. And I think at the time of me signing up, I was at 175, 174. So I was like right in the middle. And it didn't make sense for me to cut down because like I want to get stronger, right? And it's a lot harder to get stronger when you are cutting down. It's not gonna be the most intuitive thing. So I was like, fuck it. I'll just max out at 83 kilograms, which is 183 pounds. I'll just slowly work my way up to there. I gained weight at about a pound a week, maybe a little bit less. And it was it wasn't conservative, but it was a slow enough rate of gain of muscle or of weight per week. Going back, I think what I've realized is that it has to be much slower for myself because if you tell me to eat more food, I have no problem just putting down food like a motherfucker. So that's the big thing I learned. Big takeaway from my bulk was if I were to do it again, I'd probably aim for 1 to 2 pounds a month for myself and just focus on chasing those numbers in the gym and not really focus on increasing my body weight too much. Just try to keep it as lean as possible, right? This time, if I get down right now, I'm sitting at 182.6, 182.8 this morning. If I get down about maybe to 160, 155, I should have abs. If I have to get a little bit lower than that, we'll get a little bit lower than that. But I want to get shredded, not super shredded to where I'm on a bodybuilding stage, but like everything needs to be cut. I want to beat my shape from last year at a higher body weight, which I think is possible. And then I want to slowly lean bulk probably within like 10 pounds over the course of a year, as opposed to 20 or 30 pounds over the course of a year, which is kind of what I took the approach of. And I've also been pretty much in a massing phase or in a gaining phase since 2021. All right, guys, we got some Black Forest ham, keto tortillas. I'm gonna go with 3. Have about 1,000 calories left. I also had an apple and some cheese, thick cheese. I believe this is 100 calories per slice. 300, 300. We'll weigh this out, figure out how much this will be. And this is gonna be dinner, 4:50 p.m. 678 calories for these roll-ups. I just rolled it up because it looks cool. Tastes really good. I believe this is, I'll put the calories on screen for this. I'm at 1,900 calories right now. So I have somewhere between 2,100 and 2,300 calories. So give or take 400 calories. I'm at 147 grams of protein. So I'm going to have some protein for dinner. Probably a protein shake is what I'm thinking. Or maybe 3 cups of small Greek yogurt. And that should put me at 165-ish grams of protein. Should be in a good spot. I feel good. After this, I have a feeling I'm going to be pretty full. Also, in terms of steps, I'm at 4,500. I need to get to at least 12,000, probably closer to 14. So I'm going to eat this, do some work on my walking treadmill, probably for about an hour and a half maybe. And then I got a podcast with Ronit and Rav, Sing Lifts. So we gotta do that, film that episode. That would probably be from 7 to 8. And then probably gonna go for a walk after again, just outside. And then call it a day, hopefully by 9:30. Okay, I'll microwave the berries for like a minute. Got this plain Greek yogurt, 0% fat, crazy macro, 260. I'll live with that. And I also got some Jello. If you guys don't know, like at like Tamil parties, they'll do ice cream with fruit salad and Jello. That was my crack, bro. So I'll just throw that in there too. It's probably like about 30 calories. And then to make it taste a little bit more like my childhood, I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of vanilla. So this could be the most disgusting thing I ever made, or it could be the most delicious. I changed my rating. It's gonna be a 7 out of 10 for a poverty dessert. It clocked in at 260 calories. It's actually really good. Like when you bit into the Jello, change the texture. When you bit into the fruit, change the texture. I think I would have added a little bit more vanilla next time. Maybe a tiny bit more honey or sweetener if I had to. That's a fucking solid 8 out of 10 cutting dessert for what it was. I think it came with like 27 grams of protein. Absolutely nuts. I'm gonna shower. Call it a day. It is 9:30. Get in bed. Want to be up for 6 tomorrow. Possibly go for a run, but I'll probably go a little bit later. Tomorrow's the rest day. But yeah, dude, we're crushing it. Hopefully we get a new little weigh-in. In terms of steps, first day was 14,000.